He's an 8-time Louisiana Association of Broadcasters Award winner. And he snapped a ball through his legs.
Wait, why does your name get to go first?
Shut up.
This is Scone and T.
Because they made us.
All right, what's good? Welcome in, Scone and T. I'm Scone. T will probably join us at some point, but he just walks in late, doesn't wear socks, does a shot of tequila, then gets his laptop open.
Everything is true except for the walking in late. I'm not late. As you know, a wizard is never late, Matthew Moscona, nor is he early. A wizard arrives precisely when he means to.
Weird.
And that's right on time for me, laddie. It's not my fault that old Dick Dixon showed up today.
Yeah, how about that? Old Dick Dixon's here. And
radio superstar.
Got a great night, man. I'm fired up. Tonight, we're at Oliver Twist here in Baton Rouge. Thank you for joining us live. Smash the like button, all that good stuff. Yeah, if you're listening and watching on demand, thank you. For those who are with us live, big shout out, man. Old Elk is the break-even pour. Which Old Elk? Any Old Elk.
Old Elk.
They've got like 7 different expressions tonight that are here. This one is the rum cask finish rye. We're going to get the cigar cut in a little bit as well. I mean, some of these things that if you got the bottle at retail, you'd be talking $150, $200, like really rare allocated stuff. Sometimes these pours would be anywhere from $15 to $60, depending on which one we're talking about. $7 a pour tonight.
$7 a pour. On which Old Elk? Any Old Elk.
Any Old Elk. That's
Any Old Elk
tonight.
up there.
Celebrating LSU's baseball's win.
Oh, this Old Elk?
Against South Carolina today. The weird thing, so we're doing this live, right? But it's also going to be to people watching, listen on demand. And so a lot of people might be catching this after tomorrow afternoon when LSU plays Arkansas.
Yeah.
So it's like, do we really talk about the LSU-South Carolina game, preview the rest of the tournament, all that stuff?
Well, I think we do because this is kind of like the haze in the barn at this point, right? Like, do you actually give a fuck about what happens with the rest of this SEC tournament?
That's a good point. Well, I'll tell you what I do care about.
Like, I needed this win. I wanted to see Thatcher Hurd. I love seeing Nate Ackenhausen. Like there is stuff to talk about that will carry forward.
Yeah.
Everything else, win-wise, is lanyap to me from here on out. Like, I do not want to overextend and go balls. So I know they're going to try, but I don't want to go balls to the wall to try to win this tournament.
So, Jay has not yet. So as of right now, 7 o'clock Central on Wednesday, May 24th. He is not yet named a starter for the Thursday winners bracket game against Arkansas. He's going to start Paul Skeens, and I just cannot see him extending Paul Skeens at all.
No, it's got to be like 60, 70 pitches, right? A little get in, get out.
Yeah, like glorified bullpen, work up a lather, and get out of there. So it was I talked after the Alabama series, and I remember because of the timing, I asked Jay kind of the load management question for Skeens. And the reason I asked it was I talked about this with Ben McDonald. So Ben, of course, in '89 set the strikeout record and all that stuff.
Yeah.
He pitched 159 innings, I believe it was. And I asked Ben, I said, during that season, do you remember like a point in the season where you started to feel fatigue? And he said, oh, yeah, it was about inning 120. and so, like, but he knew it, right? And so I asked Jay that question. At the time, Skeens was in the 65, 70 innings pitched, something like that range. And so I said, like, is there a point where you do consider skipping a start, giving him a week off, something like that? Just the load management thing.
Yeah.
And what he said was, look, the one benefit of the South Carolina series, that game getting canceled, is like Skeens threw 40 pitches. That was basically like a week off.
Okay, yeah.
And he kind of hinted at that if the Hay were in the barn when they were in the SEC tournament, that may be an opportunity where they look at giving Skeens a break. So I think that's going to happen. I think Skeens starts against Arkansas, and I think he goes 3 to 5 innings, really depending on what the pitch count looks like. Maybe it's 50 to 75 pitches, somewhere in that range, and then they get him out of there.
Yeah, that makes all sense. And see what happens.
Look, and if you win it, great. You get the day off Friday, and then Saturday you throw Floyd. And if you win that one, great. You go to the championship game on Sunday, and you throw Coleman and see if you can win it.
Yeah.
And if you do, great. And if not, great.
Oh, yeah, I think, is that Bilbo? Billy. There we go, dude.
Y'all have the same shirt on.
There we go, dude. Panthers up. That's Bilbo T. Baggins.
Panthers. Oh, no, I met him, remember?
Dad mode. No, I know.
I called him an asshole and told him to get away.
No, Bilbo, though.
Remember that?
Bilbo is the man who gave me this jersey.
Why would he do that?
Because we're just a couple of Panthers fans,
Is
dude.
he from Florida?
Yeah, just a couple puckheads.
Is he from Florida?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure South Florida, though, Miami, because he's a Panthers and Heat fan.
If you're from Florida, then I can totally respect that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't care who you cheer for in the NHL. If you're from here, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get to choose.
You
You
get
get
to
to
choose.
choose.
It's like
even
Major
though-
League Baseball, too. You get to choose.
Even though I know they're not going to do this, but again, and bringing back this minor league hockey team, like, just do the fucking Kingfish. Like, just don't overthink it.
It's a bummer.
The logo's incredible. It's all amazing. Just do the Kingfish. Fuck!
Do you think even if they don't go Kingfish, that people will still?
I think people will still wear their
I was going
Kingfish
to say,
gear.
I'm not
if they
even
have
asking
it.
you that question because I know it's going to happen. People are just going to wear their Kingfish shit, and
Yeah.
they should. Like, you should wear your Kingfish shit to the hockey game.
I agree.
The minor league hockey game, whatever they name them.
I am logging questions in the chat, too. Ask Scone T if you want to put your questions in there. I will log them all throughout the show, and then we get to it. Yeah, man, so today was a lot of fun, though, baseball-wise. It's rare that we get live baseball during OTB, and yet for the last 30 minutes, we had live baseball.
I didn't think about that.
And then I got to, do all my snap stuff with a game on in the background. Absolutely fantastic. Again, loved seeing the fight out of Thatcher Hurd. Once again, did it go a little squirrely, loading the bases? Yeah, but, that's fine. That's fine.
Happens.
It's
He was
still
at the end of his
overall,
rope.
yeah, still overall a good day.
Great day.
And then
Fucking good news.
Ackenhausen, for him to kind of refine that form and be as shut down as he was, it was magnificent.
So I was talking. I was talking through this with Hunt earlier today. It was before his show started. I'm not sure if LSU had finished it yet. I don't remember. They were close to. And he and I kind of had the same sort of approach on this. So Jay had kind of alluded to treating the postseason differently than the regular season. That look, in the postseason, you're not structured like a regular season, right? In the regular season, you're structured to win a weekend.
Yeah.
In the postseason, you're trying to win a tournament.
Yes.
So it's not exactly the same, like as far as how you're going to set up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever.
Yeah.
And because they've had so much trouble at times this year finding guys that can fill roles consistently, like, all right, middle relief, stopper, setup, closer, whatever, right? Midweek, number 3 starter, number 4 starter. Like, they've tried Thatcher Hurd in literally all of those roles.
Yeah.
I think it's really going to be a thing where if you can get outs, if you're getting outs,
You're going
you're just gonna
anytime.
fucking let you go.
Yeah, for sure.
No, not any time. Like, if you're getting outs in this game, you're just going to go until you don't get outs anymore.
Oh, okay,
It's
that
not
makes
like-
sense.
it's
But
not
I'm saying,
like-
but I guess I'm also thinking though that you also at this point you can kind of use Thatcher Hurd however you want.
Sure. But what I mean more so is, so like, Ackenhausen today is probably the better example. You burned Ackenhausen for the rest of this tournament. But I don't fucking care that you burned him for the rest of the tournament. He got you the final 3 2/3. He got you home and didn't allow a run.
Yeah.
So, beautiful. You won this game. Now you figure out tomorrow is kind of how you have to approach it. I think that's what he's going to do. I mean, you'd have an ideal situation, right? Like, you'd have in your mind, okay, ideally it goes this way. But sometimes you'll have to adjust and figure it out as you go. So, like, Skeens will go. I think Skeens will go tomorrow against Arkansas. He'll throw whatever, 3-5 innings, whatever it may be. And then
Who do you go right after Skeens?
I think it depends on how the game's going. Like, if your offense erupts and you're up 7-0, then
Blake Money.
I think he would. Well, I think he'd probably go lefty. So maybe Griffin Herring.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, I was thinking maybe you
or-
save them for a closer
Or
game,
Riley
though.
Cooper. You
Yeah,
go
Riley
from hard
Cooper's probably a
throwing
better bet.
Skeens right to Riley, swooping left to Riley Cooper. I mean, I think that's what he would do. So I just think we're gonna see Jay, I think, approach things probably differently.
As we enter though the true postseason, who is the first arm out the bullpen? I know some of
It
it's matchup
depends.
related, and
I
he'll
think
do a
it's all
lefty. He'll
matchup
do a
related.
lefty on lefty.
Give me a scenario. Because I do believe it's all matchup related now.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be a lefty. He'll do a lefty on lefty just for. I mean, he'll do a single batter. We've seen that plenty. But I guess at times it's kind of felt like, at times it felt like Thatcher Hurd, at times it felt like Gavin Guidry, and at times it felt like
we've seen Herring, we've seen
Griffin Herring. That's what I meant.
So, all right, here's an example. So you're looking ahead to regionals, right? That's what you're saying. Like you're saying the real postseason.
Yeah.
Okay. So game 1, it's going to be a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, you're going to try to get by without using your big arms, right?
You're not going to use any of your starters, for sure. So maybe you start that.
Hurd again.
Maybe you start Thatcher Hurd.
Yeah.
Maybe you start Blake Money. I mean, in an ideal situation, let's say you start Thatcher Hurd, he throws up 0-0-0, and you break through and you're up 6-0. Well, then you could say, okay, now let me just throw out whoever to get through the rest of this because the offense is going to keep scoring. You save everybody else, and then Skeens, pitches the marble game, and then you got Floyd there for your game 3, which you hope is a regional championship game.
Andy Roberts says, what's y'all's thoughts on today's batting order and all the pitching talk? We're forgetting that when this lineup turns on, they can't be touched. Yeah, very interesting lineup today. It was Cruz 1, Pearson 2. Then it was it White 3, Morgan 4, and then Travinsky 5. Yeah. This particular lineup today comes with the absurdity of Dugas at 9. Like, you want to talk about turn over the lineup, power at the bottom between him and Jordan Thompson. There's a lot there. I mean, that's whatever. If Pearson is hitting, this 1 through 9 feels impossible to navigate. But I know it's not going to be like their end-all, be-all. There's going to be different lineups. They're going to use guys differently. Maybe you still don't want Trey at first. Like, they can tweak things in a number of ways. But if Pearson is hitting, then that is it's just a crazy lineup to have to face down as a pitcher, I feel.
Yeah, so if they want, so the thing about Trey going to first is Pearson. So it's really affected by 2 things. 1 was Travinsky catching, and 2 was Pearson being in the lineup, right? So if you want Pearson in the lineup, he's got to play in the outfield. And if you want Joe Bear in the lineup, he's either got to DH or
play first.
Or play in the outfield.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what they did.
That's what they did Travinsky at first recently.
They played Travinsky at first for 1 game, but Beloso could also play first, and Bear Jones could also play first.
That's what I was thinking of. Bear.
So the real challenge is what happens, like let's say tomorrow if they catch Milazzo. So if you catch Milazzo for Skeens, which we've seen all season, Milazzo's caught Skeens.
Then you want to DH Travinsky, which then bumps Beloso
goes to first.
And then
Morgan to the outfield.
And then Pearson gets knocked back out.
Pearson or Joe Bear is out of the lineup. So do you want the guy who had a 426-foot homer today out of the lineup? So that's the tricky part. So really the question is, are you comfortable catching Travinsky every game? And maybe what they do is what we saw today, which is Travinsky starts, and this is what they did early in the year with Brady Neal when he was healthy. Neal was your starter, and Milazzo was your late-game defensive replacement. And we've seen Jay do that a bunch this year. We've seen Kling go in as a defensive replacement in the outfield, Milazzo go in as a defensive replacement behind the plate. We've seen Napolt go in as a defensive replacement at second for Dugas. So I really think the question, and I'm assuming Skeens starts tomorrow, by the way. So the question starts with, right, if Skeens is pitching, who's catching? Is it Milazzo? Because if it's Milazzo, then most likely Pearson is out of the lineup.
Who's caught Skeens all year? Have they switched it up?
No, well, it was Neal.
It was Neal at first,
and ever since it's been Milazzo.
Yeah. Okay, so probably looking at Milazzo tomorrow then. Damn it, that means no Trey Morgan at first, dude.
Unless fuck you. unless if Jay is at this point committing to saying, I want Travinsky in the lineup every day, and I want Pearson in the lineup every day. Because if that's where he is, then Travinsky's got to catch.
I mean, I know Pearson's been really good. I haven't really dove into the numbers, though, recently. Has he been good enough where you think Jay would say I want him in the lineup every day?
So I did ask. So I had Jay on AFR today. He was good enough to answer. Like, I texted Franquez right after the game ended. I said, hey, can we get Jay? And so Jay was like, sure. He came on at 4.
Yeah.
So, like, they're back at the hotel, and he was watching game film and all, came on the show. And I asked him about Pearson. And his whole thing is like, he even said it this way. He was like, you could look at the stats, and maybe it doesn't pop the way some of the other guys do, but he just affects winning. He brought up the home run against Georgia. He brought up,
he had a very good catch to start the game day where there's a very critical full count to start the game, right? Yeah. And it felt like
knowing Thatcher Hurd how much rides on this one pitch. He threw a hittable ball, didn't. So, okay, fuck yes, attack the strike zone. And Pearson made him right with that running catch in the outfield to kick things off in a very positive way.
A great running catch to start the game. But, so Pearson is, here you go. Josh Pearson's hitting 247. Not great. His on-base percentage is 419, which is certainly, your on-base percentage above 400 is very good. Pearson has 89 at-bats, and he has struck out just 6 times in 89 at-bats. He's only walked 3 times. So I don't think he's had enough reps to really look at a sample size to where you go, all right, I know plenty. But look, ultimately, he got beaten out. I mean, he started 22 games this year, but he got beaten out. He lost his spot. I mean, Joe Bear took the spot from him and Kling. So, and Joe Bear deserves it. Joe Bear should be in the lineup every day. He's hitting 311. He's got 10 homers. He hit a 430-foot homer today. Like, Braden Joe Bear needs to be in your lineup every day.
How about Jordan Thompson with his sneaky 11 home runs now?
Yeah, man.
I mean, he didn't hit one today, but still, over the weekend. He's just it's weird. I still don't know the fans' temperament towards Jordan Thompson, but I feel like it should be. He's been so clutch with the bat this year. He's been so much improved with the field. Like, he's been a huge part, I feel like, of what this team has accomplished this year.
He's going to be a second-round pick.
Wow.
And
that's what I'm saying. I feel like he doesn't get that respect.
And he's going to play. And he's going to play in the majors. And I think we've talked about it plenty here. But the thing with Jordan Thompson is, last year at the beginning of the season, he struggled defensively.
Yeah, so badly.
But the second half of the year, he was exceptional. But nobody thinks about that because you made up your mind that defensively he was bad. And so anytime he committed an error in the second half of the year,
bias.
It was like, oh, see, I told you. It was like, well, you're ignoring. And then, but the same thing has happened this year. Like, let me look at his defensive.
Well, that's like the other day I had to catch myself because on Friday, right, that Georgia game, which we didn't even talk about, that Friday game was fucking intense, or last Thursday. It was
the
like
12-inning game?
I was mad at Jordan Thompson for dropping that pop-up, rightfully so. It really was super costful. But I felt for him later. I was like, man, he's struggling from a little bit of O-line disease. Like, he was incredible otherwise. He was clutch with the bag. He made a ton of great defensive plays. But they're kind of like O-linemen, Matt, in that if your tackle successfully blocks the DN 19 times in a row, you don't give a fuck. But if he loses one rep of 20 and it's a sack and a big sack, you fucking think he sucks.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's just kind of the curse of fielding.
So for context, Jordan Thompson this year has had 166 total chances.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got 10 errors.
Yeah. What was this percentage-wise? 90?
It's incredible. Now, he's fielding 940 because you don't look at total chances, you look at attempts, right? So he's got 104 attempts and 10 errors, so he's fielding 940. But the point that I'll make about Thompson is the throwing error he made in Game 3, where he short hopped it to Beloso at first, and Beloso didn't pick it. First of all, I get why the error is a throwing error on Thompson, but at this level of baseball, your first baseman has to pick it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one.
He's getting the ball out of his hand quick,
number two,
I was listening on the radio for that play.
But number two, so the crazy part about that play is Jordan Thompson is going to his right, away from first base, into the short grass in shallow left, gets the ball, and is like making a world half-body throw. And then there was another one as well where he threw high, but he was rolling quarterbacks. He's going behind second base.
Yeah.
And then on the run makes a throw.
No, he's had some incredible throws, too.
But he didn't make that play. But the thing is, like, there aren't many people in the world that even get to the ball.
Yeah.
And so that's the challenging thing. It's like, if that ball just scoots through into center field, you don't think anything of it. But the fact that he got to it.
And got out his glove and got a throw near target.
He made the errant throw, and you're like, oh, he can't throw. I'm like, no, like, most people never even get to that ball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think we just have a difficult standard because he's exceptional, man, and he's been awesome this year. I'm sort of validating everything you're saying because I agree.
No,
with
it's
you.
good. I'm glad to hear it. It's like I said, it's just it's one of those. I caught myself. That's what I'm saying. I caught myself being like, fucking Jordan Thompson. And then I'm like, oh, wait, he made like 3 spectacular defensive plays. He hit a home run. He hit like clutch hits
the play
when they needed him.
The play he made in the 9th
on
Friday
was
like.
Exactly. So it's like, I'm being a hater.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm being a hater.
He's awesome, man. No, he's fantastic. We're gonna. It's interesting watching this team because Jay is approach-wise. It's like, do you have an offensive-minded football coach or a defensive-minded head coach? Like, Paul Maneri was very much pitching and defense. He recruited shortstops and center fielders. So, like, you had an outfield that was Andrew Stevenson and Mark Laird and Jake Fraley. Like, you had 3 center fielders playing outfield, and they caught every fucking thing in the air.
Jared Foster catch.
I mean? Jared, another good example. You know what I mean? Like, you had nothing but shortstops all over your infield, right? And you were a great defensive team, and you could pitch it, but they lacked power. Like, the 2017 team only had 2 guys with double-digit homers. So, and Pap got there in Omaha.
Yeah.
He got to so it's like you had Dykeman, and then that was kind of it. So it's just different. It's just a different way to build a team. It's not to say there's right or wrong or good or bad, but like this team could be better defensively if you had, Josh Stevenson and Dylan Cruz and Paxton Kling in your outfield. You'd be a better defensive outfield, but you wouldn't be the offensive team you are.
How many guys with double digits home runs do you have now? You have
7.
Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, 7. And that doesn't include. Wait, there's one obvious one. Hang on, it's Morgan's at 7. And Travinsky. Travinsky's at 8.
Oh, he's not even at 10 yet.
He's not even at 10. So Travinsky's going to get. Travinsky will get there. He'll get there. 2 more. So.
Who'd tell Kelsey? We used to be in class together back in college. It's Bilbo's wife.
Huh?
We used to be in class together. Kelsey, it's Bilbo's wife.
You were in class together in college?
Yeah.
What class did you take?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Also a proud member of the Golden Band in Tigerland.
Very nice.
Yeah.
No, it's funny that he walked in with the baby on the strap thing in the front. Very hangover vibes with Carlos.
Very much so.
Didn't they call the baby Carlos?
I think so.
That's what.
But I am a massive fan. I am a massive fan of the. I'm a huge fan of the baby strap in the chest. It's basically how it went through all of Disney.
Awesome.
It allows parents to drink, walk around. It was like getting maybe a little sideways when I was getting a little off balance in Japan. Yeah, but I shut it down. I got a couple waters after that.
Awesome.
Okay? Relax.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please YouTube smash the like button if you're watching live or on demand.
Hit the like button.
Facebook, please like the 104.5 ESPN page and share this post. We appreciate that greatly. Here at Oliver Twist. Remember, great lunch menu here at Oliver Twist.
Hell yeah,
and dinner. And they got a new wine list here. Great spot. And right down the street is Rock Paper Taco, which is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's right. You can get breakfast at Rock Paper Taco. How about that? Get off a 12-hour shift at the hospital. Come right on over to Rock Paper Taco. Have your breakfast and margs.
It sounds
$10 bottomless mimosas every day. How about that?
Every day?
Every day. $10.
Every day brunch like that?
Every day.
Sheesh.
Every day. Every day. Rock, paper, taco.
Hell yeah, man.
From the people that brought you Oliver Twist, it's bottomless mimosas at Rock, Paper, Taco for just $10.
For just $10.
$10.
I cannot believe it. What? Rock, Paper, Taco, your home for bottomless mimosas.
$10.
Yeah, so look, baseball's been fun though, man. It's pretty wild the shift from Thursday night, 9th inning, to how I feel today about this baseball team. Thursday night, 9th inning was about the most fragile state that an LSU baseball fan's been. Like, you could not have written a more frustrating script, or a script that would make you more insecure about all the things you were insecure about than how that game initially went down. But that is when Thatcher Hurd stepped up, and the bats stepped up, and then you end up, it's all good, and then you end up winning the series, and now you get a game quite easily in hand against a good South Carolina team today, and you're like, okay, you know what? This team's ready for the postseason. Like, I feel good. Like, I feel way better than I did a couple days ago.
So I'll say two other things on that. In that note, number one, I know a lot of people get pissed at me a lot with baseball talk. I get it, but I do try. It's difficult to not get emotional, but it's the way you have to go through a season. You realize when you have that large of a sample, there's going to be times when you suck. You're going to have losing streaks. You're going to have winning streaks. You're going to have days where your favorite player goes 5 for 5, and days where he's on a 1 for 12 streak. Like, look at Dylan Cruz recently. Like, for perspective, Dylan Cruz, like, I keep getting these messages, he's got to get going, got to get out of his slump. I'm like, Dylan Cruz has now hit safely in 6 consecutive games. 3 of the 6 have been multiple hit games. Yet people think he's in a slump.
Well, he's still reached the base every single game this year, right?
Yes. It's just he has set a standard that we're like,
oh, he was chasing 500, dude.
He didn't go 4 for 6. What the fuck's wrong with it? You know, and it's
he was chasing 500.
I get it. But it also goes to show how hard that is. And just hitting 420, I don't know what he is today. I think
it is weird though how small the 430, how small the 420 looks next to his name. Because I got so used to seeing 480, 490, I see 420, I'm like, ugh. When you see 420, you should be like, holy fuck, no
When
way.
Musso sees 420, he goes, hell yeah.
Hey, now. Yeah.
Oh, he's ignoring me. Yeah, see, he's ignoring me. Look.
Smoke some weed, dude.
No, we're just talking about Dylan Cruz batting
you want to smoke some
420 and how T-Bob gets fired up whenever sees 4. I said, Muse gets fired up when he sees 420. Yes. Nothing. That's it. Got it. And then the other thing, too, so offensively today, I thought LSU was awesome. Your entire starting 9 all got on base. 8 of the 9 got a hit. The only one that did not get a hit was Jordan Thompson. And he still got on base twice.
Sucks.
No, he got on base.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
He got on base twice.
Yeah.
He walked and was hit by a pitch, and the walk was in the second inning, which preceded Joe Bear's homer. He was down 0-2 in the count, came back, drew the walk, and then Joe Bear hit the homer. So it's like, they're just relentless, man. Like, offensively, this is a relentless team.
And now
they're probably going to have to win games. Like, you're going to have to win a game, 11-8 at some point in this postseason. You're going to be frustrated because you're going to have a reliever give up a blast. I mean, it's baseball. It's going to happen. It's just, can you find your way in the winner's bracket and advance that way? Because I don't see a path for this team to win out of a loser's bracket. But I think having Paul Skeens automatically gives you an advantage to advance in a winner's bracket in any tournament you play. And meaning super regionals in Omaha. And
I'd say, dude, you just got to you just have to find your way. You got to win regional because, of course, you do. Go fucking win a weekend series and let's just see what happens in Omaha. Just send us to Omaha, dude. I've always wanted to go.
You can't go.
What?
You can't go. We talked about this.
Why not?
We talked about who was going to go to Omaha.
What?
We talked about this.
I've been telling everybody I'm going to Omaha if we make it for the first weekend. What am I doing? When is it?
Bro, we had these conversations months ago about who could go. And what we settled on was Hunt was going to. Ott and Handy are already going.
Well, I mean, I shouldn't get to go over
Hunt.
I shouldn't get to go over Hunt around.
And then we were going to send Hunt. No, Ott and Handy are already going. They're going on their own dime. Their shit's been planned forever, all that stuff, whatever. But we were going to look at sending all of the shows, and then we were looking at what we could do cost effectively, what we could sell, all that sort of shit. We were going to I didn't love the idea of AFR going because there's a chance I could be on air during a game. And if I'm on air during the game, it's stupid. There's no point in going, right? Like, I'm not going to do a show during the LSU game, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Rock, paper, taco.
Hey.
Speak of the devil, dude. Let's go.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah.
That is abundant.
Damn
That
right.
is abundant.
That's a lot. Look at that. It's a chicken and waffle taco. It's a waffle taco with bacon and chicken and whatnot.
Oh, that is a waffle. Good call.
Yeah.
And so anyway, then we're going to send Hunt. And so Hunt was going to go, but Hunt has to go to some concert with his wife. Like he committed to going to this concert like months ago, got her tickets or something. So now he's completely like.
Oh, I thought you were the baseball guy at concert for Omaha.
So like, what do we do? So anyway, so just Ott and Hanny are going to go. Hanny's going to go cover the practices and file reports on ESPN and on Eagle 98.1, all that stuff. Wow. That's going to be our coverage for
Unbelievable, dude. I've been telling people for months I'm going to Omaha if we make it.
Bro, we had these conversations probably 2 months ago.
Unreal, guys. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I wish I was gone, you know? I was clear to go. No, whatever, dude.
I'm looking forward to Nashville, though. SC Media Days will be fun.
Now that is
Guess
booked.
we'll have to wait to go to fucking Omaha next year, dude.
Now that is Nashville is booked.
I don't want to get lost in the sauce here. The point is,
I mean, do you
Omaha
desperately want to go to the College World Series?
One day I will, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be this year. But the point is, Omaha is the benchmark where this is a successful season, right? Regardless of what happens once you're there. Sure, 0-2 would be a little sting, but like, if you make it to Omaha, you did not waste this roster. If you did not, you're Tennessee from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, is that fair?
Yeah.
I'm not out of pocket for that, right? Because think about it. Now, the reason why I asked him out of pocket, because some of y'all are out of pocket. I think we've been a bit better than we have been. I was pretty shocked to read, Matt. This is the first time that LSU's had back-to-back double buys in the SEC since 13-14? Or was it 16-17? It's been a while. It's been like way longer than we tend to think when you think about how we think of
they were top four.
who LSU is. I got it in my notes from this morning. I'll find it in a second. But then there's also like what is his first back-to-back 40 wins since 16-17 maybe?
That sounds right.
So like you're doing a level of
15.
So I guess the point is, we may still always be like, Omaha or bust, but you're actually doing things that you haven't done for, this is the first time since 14-15 that you've been in the double by back-to-back years. It's almost a decade, okay? So it's been a bit more of a slump than I think we want to recognize, and so making it to Omaha again for what, the first time since 18?
17.
17 would be no small feat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were in the finals in 17. Then in 18, you lost the super regional or the regional in Corvallis. 19, 19 was the. Oh no, that was.
19 had to be.
No. 19. You won your home regional, and then you lost to Florida State in the supers because Florida State beat Georgia and Athens, and then you lost to Florida State at home. 20 was COVID. 21 was when you won the Eugene. You went up and beat Oregon and then lost to Tennessee. And then last year, obviously, you played the regional in Hattiesburg and lost.
Yeah, fuck them. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, it's time, dude. It's time to get back. I haven't been in Omaha since 2017. This roster's plenty damn good enough to do it. I mean, you will absolutely win your regional. And then you look at what your draw is for the supers. Skeens should win you the first game, and then you got to split a Friday, Saturday, or a Saturday, Sunday. A Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday, Monday at the box. And if you can't win one of those, well, fuck.
And again, the reason why I don't really care about today too much, it goes back to the rest of this tournament. Now, I did care about today, but mission accomplished. It goes back to what Ben McDonald was telling us this morning, which I didn't realize this, Matt. So Ole Miss they were one and done last year at the SC tournament, right? They go on to win the Natty. I didn't realize, I think Mississippi State got run-ruled twice 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like outscored like 20-something to 3.
And Ole Miss was dog shit last year,
No, that's
too.
what I'm saying. No, I know. They went 0 for 1 last year. Yeah, no. So it's like, it'd be nice or whatever, but again, I'm good now. My mind is firmly on, okay, I'm going to watch just to see what happens, but like I'm firmly looking towards regional and super regional already.
I mean, the best thing about playing well I would say the best thing about playing well in Hoover is it can be a confidence builder going into regionals. That's what I would say. But materially, you don't gain anything by winning this tournament, and you don't lose anything by if you lose your next two. It's just you've locked up a national seed. You just kind of want to be playing well. That's all. So it would feel much better going into postseason if you're playing well. But then again, fuck, Tennessee won this thing last year. And they got bounced in their home super regional. So, you still got to go play. Kevin McKee said, I just don't like the suck. I know it's coming. No one escapes it. It's baseball. I just don't handle the suck well. It's so true, though. Like, I think collectively LSU fans don't handle the suck well. That's the problem. It's just you've got a very emotional football-centric fan base that can't compartmentalize and just realize, hey, it's one of 56. Like, just go to the next one. Like, this one sucked, go to the next one.
But that bitch-ass attitude is why LSU is in regular season SEC champs. They just needed one more of 56.
And one more of 30. One more 29.
Yeah, I mean, don't blow a 9-run lead at home against Mississippi State.
I know.
Don't. But
even though
the flip side of it is, then Travinsky comes up with a giant homer against Ole Miss and you steal one. I mean, there's
I know.
It's a long season, man. That's why you play averages. It's okay.
But no, that's kind of why not getting the regular season title hurts, though. It's because it's such a long season. You did so much good work.
Yeah.
It just sucks to literally end up one win short.
When was the last time they won the regular season title in the SEC?
I don't know.
Exactly. When was the last time football won the regular season title in the SEC?
Well,
or the SEC championship?
Yeah, I mean the SEC championship.
When was the last time?
19.
Of course, because and it matters way more than it does in baseball.
Yeah.
So
do you put SEC regular season championships on any signage in the stadium? I'm trying to remember if they're on the Intimidator or not.
No, not in the Intimidator. The Intimidator
no, but I mean, just like
not at all.
Okay.
If you go into the Champions Plaza out front, like where the Jerry Lane Plaza, where they got all the plaques and everything, it's out there. But
even though being regular season SEC champs in this version of the SEC, you could say it's not a big deal, but it's a fucking accomplishment, dude. That's fucking incredible.
It's hard to do. It's a great league. Of course, it's something you want. Of course, it is. But if you don't win the SEC, but you win the national championship, you're not like, man, that was great, but fuck, if only we had won the SEC.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you win the SEC, but you get bounced in Omaha, you're not like,
no, for sure.
Well, that's cool, we won the SEC. It's just, you understand, you got to keep your eye on the ball when you're LSU baseball, and it sets you up for massive letdown every year. You don't win it, but I'll never say lower your standard. Like, I will never tell an LSU fan lower your standard.
Okay, we're going to do an early Ask Scone T question here because it is relevant to the game, and I think we're about to move on from baseball, but it's about the game today. Raymond asks, how big of an abomination was the call on Travinsky in the 8th? I was listening in broadcast that his feet were literally touching the baseline. I was waiting first, so I had the game muted playing because we were doing some podcasting, but I could not, and I didn't get they confirmed it on the replay that it was runner interference, but I thought all Travinsky did was run to first. Like, are you not allowed to?
You can't be on the left side of the chalk.
Oh, my God. He's so big. What do you want him to do?
You have to. So if you – Ben McDonald did a good job explaining it on the TV broadcast. So so the really weird thing, too, about this is that was South Carolina's backup catcher. So early in the game, the all-SEC defensive catcher, I guess, was concussed.
Yeah.
Took a ball off the mask, wasn't feeling well, and so they pulled him. So you had a backup catcher. If the backup catcher does what he's supposed to do, which is step toward the field, which he did, and then make an accurate throw to the field side of the base, then Travinsky's out, and there's no big deal.
Yeah.
But instead, he hit Travinsky square in the fucking back.
He just fucking mowed him down, dude. Like shooting a fleeing soldier.
Like sniper fire. I mean, right in the fucking back.
And Travinsky could feel it coming, too, because he saw the first baseman, move to where the fist, and he's like, oh, fuck.
And so it hits Travinsky. And so you go review it, and sure as shit, like, his foot is on the left side of the chalk, and it's runner interference. Like, that's how they have the baseline. On the grass, they have the baseline, painted off. So you got to stay to the right, which is, I mean, it's stupid. It's very like he's literally running a straight line just down the chalk. But, like, as soon as his foot was on the field side of the chalk.
Okay, well, that makes sense then, at least, though. At least it makes sense.
I mean, by the letter of the rule, yes, but it's still fundamentally absurd. The dude's right. It's not like he took his whole body to the field side, right? Like he's on the grass.
It is a bit odd, I suppose, that you're asking the runner to go like. It's like the catcher has right of way or something. It's like
you're literally telling him to go outside of the base when the base is on the field side.
No, I need you to take a less efficient, as you're trying to beat out the double play, I need you to take a less efficient path to first base so that the catcher can get you out and make sure that you don't actually get there.
That's stupid.
Man.
I'm glad we can laugh about it. It wasn't the thing that cost him or anything.
But says my man inhaled that taco like Kirby. Yeah, that thing did just get smashed.
Which one did you have?
I don't know. It was like a fried shrimp or fried fish one.
You know what I want? I want to eat that one.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah, what does that look like? Some pork belly maybe, or like burnt ends or something?
That's fried. Oh, that's sesame chicken up there.
Oh,
you want that one?
Yeah,
you can
for
have
sure.
that one. That's
It's like a little firecracker shrimp looking thing right there.
Oh yeah, that's avocado. That's probably shrimp and avocado.
That's what I'm saying.
There.
That's like a little firecracker shrimp. It looks like spinach and avocado. That looks
Yes.
great.
Maybe this so people can see what we're talking about.
Chicken and
Which one's-
waffles.
Oh, that's
That one looks like a little fancy little.
that's beef.
Yeah, it's beef, but then it's
want
got
this
those
one.
nice. I love those pink pickled onions.
I want this one.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
T-Bop
let you know.
sweating tacos and alcohol. Not really. I haven't sweated anything because I haven't been able to work out ever since I got my nuts cut. I feel awful. Pork? Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. It looks like pork belly. Yeah, man. I mean, it's, the recovery is actually not bad. The only thing that still hurts is just the actual incision. Like the actual stitches on my sack are the only thing that still hurts.
Did you and Caitlin have the conversation about this, or
What?
Or was there a discussion or a debate?
About me talking about it publicly or doing it
about
all?
doing it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. You do not. If I would have gotten relationship advice, fellas, don't get a secret vasectomy. I would say that's almost assuredly going to blow up on
Okay,
you.
I need to ask it another way. I mean, did you object to getting your dick cut?
No, I wanted to.
See,
I wanted to.
I'm never getting my dick cut.
That's fair, dude. That's fair.
I mean, it's not really your dick, it's your balls, but yeah, that's fair.
Okay, my balls. See, that goes to show how much or what you do. I don't even know. Don't even know or care.
Yeah. No, it's
But-
pretty interesting, man. They prep you up. They like
I've
cover
heard-
you in towels. Me and this nurse are
tape-
kind of joking the
they tape
entire
it up a little
time.
bit?
Yeah. And they just create this little surgery zone where it's just your testicles just sitting there highlighted. And then the doc comes in. Shout out Dr. Cockrell. He had an incredible bedside manner. We had a really good time. Former LSU football player. And we just chopped it up the whole time he was chopping me up.
How long did it take?
15 minutes.
Couldn't feel anything. Local anesthesia.
That was all local, so you're awake.
Yep. I'm saying I'm fucking talking to him as he's cutting my nuts open. The only thing that hurt is it was more like, the classic numbing thing where you could maybe feel tugs and
Yeah, you
stuff.
feel, yeah.
But at one point, I don't know what it was, but it felt like he was like plucking a guitar string almost. But I could feel it. That didn't feel great. But I mean, that was just minor stuff, dude. Super easy procedure.
I mean, the female can just take a pill.
Yeah, but then it's like
a day?
hormones, and it's like something you got to do every day.
Look, there's something to be said about being content, man. I'm very happy. I've been very blessed. I do not mean to be flippant about this. I know pregnancies can be a very emotional thing and very wide-ranging in terms of how they do or do not work out for people in terms of like how hard it is, yada, yada. I was very lucky. I have kids that I love very much, but I very much knew, Matt, that I was, you know how they say like an athlete, like you just know when you know, you just don't want to play anymore. I kind of felt like that when it came to the thought of having like yet another baby and more diapers and all this shit. I feel very content.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, hey, here in about 6 weeks, I'll get to finish inside for the rest of my life. If that's not worth a pour of old elk, I don't know what is. Let's go, boys.
You weren't doing that?
Finally, guilt-free. No, because like I said...
What?
No, because like I said, I'm very lucky, and for us, we're very compatible. It tends to happen. It just happens very easily. So if I would have been doing that like you freaking Catholics do with your natural family planning, which is insane to me, which I learned means you're coming inside, but just kind of trusting God and ovulation that you're not going to get pregnant. Like, I thought natural family planning was like pulling out, maybe contraception. like I thought there was like, and then a couple of my friends come to us like, oh my God, we're pregnant again
we can't believe it. I'm like, oh, no way. You can't believe it. Like, we're doing natural family planning. So I'm thinking they're doing all that. And then when they tell me what it was, I was like, oh, hello? What do you mean? You were naturally planning on growing your family. Like, that's what's going to happen. What are you talking about?
I got to tell you this. We did not do natural family planning. Eric and I did not. But we're going to like the marriage prep, right? You got to get married in the church. You go to this.
Yes.
To
for
pre-Cana.
sure. Yeah.
You go to pre-Cana, and part of the marriage prep is they teach you about natural family planning. They run a video, and it's this husband and wife, and they're explaining it, right? And conceptually, the thing is like, so if you're doing it properly, if I remember correctly, it's been a while, but you're like, you take temperature down there and like the amount of mucus and you chart it.
You're supposed to know your ovulation. That's what it all boils down to.
Okay, that's a way cleaner way of saying it. But also what it's supposed to do is also you learn. Again, I'm just explaining. I'm not. This is what we do. I'm just explaining as it was explained.
Scone T is a safe place to do this.
It's showing a level of love and respect that you can love your partner, your spouse, without having to have intercourse, right? So you can say, look, we know that if we have intercourse right now, we're in the zone, so that could be bad. So you have to abstain in this moment, even though we want to, right? Like, exactly, but it's like that's how you show love and respect. I'm not this isn't a validation or anything. This is
Which is crazy because I've been in a relationship long enough where I know when it's that time when the eggs are popping because I feel it in myself. So literally classic church, classic Catholic church, they're saying when you are most horny, you're actually not allowed to.
Okay, hold on. So let me finish the story. So we're in pre-Cana. And it's like the husband and wife explaining it, talking about it, and then they show a picture of their family, and they have like 8 kids.
Exactly.
Everyone in the room was like,
yeah, no, exactly.
That's the worst thing you can show anybody.
I am
like,
convinced.
No. They're like, every one of our pregnancies was planned. I'm like, you got 8 kids. What are you talking about?
Of all the Catholic conspiracies, this is probably the most light and fun one. But I'm convinced, so the Catholic, like every time a priest convinces some dumb couple to do natural family planning, they get pregnant. He's like, got him, God.
I got you.
Chalk it up.
Baptism's coming soon.
That's what I'm saying. Drink some
for life. 10%. We got another.
I mean, good job, Father. Notch another one. No, man. So I'm like I said, I'm very happy and I'm very glad. My wife, it is a little sad. It's definitely like one of those kind of dividing line moments where I'm like, okay, I'm like,
yes, there you go.
I'm closer to death here.
So, Cajun Country said you're learning about how your wife's body works and learning how to show love in other ways. It's about respect. That's a better way, a more appropriate way of saying it.
Look, man, I know, but like the thing is though, when she feels like that and you feel like that, everybody wants to have sex, like really badly. So that's generally when it feels the best. But, I don't know. I hope it's still like that. We'll see. All I know is this is easily the longest I've gone without orgasming, probably since I learned to. In like junior high.
Wait, it's been like 3 days?
And it's been like 4 or 5 days now at this point. It is. Ooh, man. It is not. It is rough for your boy out here. I mean, what, you're just going to tell an addict who's been using for 20 plus years, hey, quit cold turkey for a week? What? Am I Superman? I'm a daily user, doctor. Are you sure? Do you have any methadone or anything I could do? Can I edge? Is finishing the problem?
It's just the stupidest thing ever. Like, I've sat next to you while you've said some dumb shit. I mean, think about the shows we have done together. No. Like, the concept of our show is I'm smart and rational, you're a dumb oaf who says everything that comes up.
Yeah.
I don't know why this is the funniest thing ever.
I mean, it is, dude. It's weird. It's all very funny. And then the best part is I got my favorite prescription in that
We
after
totally should have just talked about this the whole time.
in that after this week is done,
Oh, God.
I basically have to have like unlimited orgasms
Why?
to get all the fertile swimmers out. 6 weeks and 20 plus orgasms, and then I'm good to go. Which I made
Wait,
clear.
20 per week?
No, 20 plus over those 6 weeks.
Oh.
But I told Doc, I said, wait, is this like a numbers or a time thing? Because I can get to 20. Like, is that? He said, no, it's an and. It's not an or situation. It's an and. So I did. So it will be 6 more weeks until I go back and go in for the test, and then I'm good. What does that feel like, T-Bob? Constant blue balls, Eric? Yeah, kind of, dude. But then also I'm like, do I have blue balls or are they bruised because I just had surgery, right? I mean, I don't know. You know, it kind of goes back and forth. Eugene Sutherland, 4 to 5 days. Most married dudes do that in their sleep, bro. Well, I've been married forever too, and you know, I'm not saying that we have sex every day. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, what do you mean? Sometimes you want a steak dinner. Sometimes you need McDonald's. You know, I don't know what to tell you.
You gotta eat. You gotta eat.
I gotta stay healthy. Bo Riviere, 20? Give me 3 days. That's basically what I hit the doctor with. I was like, is it an and? Because I can get to 20. I can get you 20 real quick, Doc. But no, it's an and situation.
Do we have any Ask Scone T?
Yeah.
Because we got 9 minutes left, and I cannot wait for this 9 minutes to be over.
Cajun
I need a
Country.
cocktail.
Ask Scone T. T-Bob,
shit.
you're in a sci-fi multiverse. Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, etc. You can be 5 characters in a battle with you. Who are you taking? Okay, I will bring Obi-Wan. Who's the sexy enforcer from Star Trek Next Generation?
I'm sorry, are you asking me a question?
Shit,
about
where's
this
Cliff when I need him?
nerd fucking shit.
Chase.
Oh, my God.
Who's the sexy enforcer from Star Trek Next Generation? Fuck. I'd bring him. I would not bring anybody from Harry Potter, I don't think. Maybe Sirius Black. No, I don't think I'm bringing anybody from Potter. I bring Aragorn. I know you said sci-fi, but I don't care. I'm bringing Aragorn. So Aragorn, Obi-Wan, the sexy enforcer from Star Trek.
These people?
Picard's best friend. He had the beard. Look up like not
it's a
sexy
guy?
enforcer. Yeah, it's a guy. He had the beard in season 2. Where's Wiggins when you fucking need it? Wiggins! What's the sexy enforcer?
William
Picard's
Riker?
boy. Riker! Yeah, I'm bringing Riker. Yep.
Number 1.
Yep, I'm bringing, see, number 1. Yeah, see, look, see? I'm bringing Riker, Obi-Wan.
Oh, look, a Nike app notification.
I can't fucking think right now, boys. I'm sorry. I wish I could answer this better. My brain is working. Cajun Country says, okay, I bring Dumbledore. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Dumbledore, Aragorn,
I don't love them. Then
Obi-Wan, Riker.
Why are the Air Penny 2s $210? That's so stupid. Those aren't even good
Palpatine.
looking. Oh, man.
Ask Scone T. Matt, I have an enormous amount of respect for Beth Torina. Met her when I was working at Sunbelt Tournament in college. Is she in any danger? I love Coach Torina as well. That's my girl. Sunday, admittedly, was about the worst way you could have written for all that to go down.
I will tell you that I believe she will be back. And had their number one target been willing to take the job, she would have been fired. So I will tell you with certainty that there was consideration of making a change. And I understand that, too, by the way. And I hate it because Beth is maybe my favorite coach.
Yeah.
She's on a very short list of my favorite coaches ever at LSU that I've covered in my time covering LSU. I just think the world of her. I love her. I want her to win a national championship here. But I get it, man. Like, you were McNeese gagging away a regional from being the third best team in the state this year.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get the criticism. I get all the questions. Sucks. I really, really hope that that she does stay, and makes another go at it next year, and they get back to OKC and they win it.
I agree.
But to the question about, I think if I will tell you that I am very, very confident in saying that there was a strong consideration to making a change. I am very confident in saying that, and I think the decision has likely been made to proceed with Beth. But I think if they had been able to get their number one target, and I was actually told the name, I'm not going to say it here, but then I think they would have made the change.
Bo Riviere says, I love having Trey at first. I'm just kidding. I mean, he did say that, but that's not really a question.
Huh?
Ask Scone T.
Oh, Trey Morgan at first.
What do you think about
the men's? What
do you think about the LSU men's basketball team?
What about them?
I don't think about them.
Yeah.
I mean, to be completely honest, I've never really cared about LSU basketball that much to begin with.
It's so fun when they're good.
I'm sure it is.
It's so fun when they're good. Matt McMahon just has a long way to go. He inherited a terrible situation, and quite honestly, with that roster, I think he did a hell of a coaching job this year, just considering the roster. Their roster is absolutely already better for next season than it was this year.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, just your backcourt. I mean, Jordan Wright and Carlos Stewart alone are better than anyone you had. And then you had Jalen Cook as well, who's two-time All-Conference at Tulane. He's grown up a bunch. I mean, you have pros in your backcourt this year. I'm not saying you have first-round picks, but you got pros. You had none on last year's team, aside from KJ, who I don't even know that KJ is a draftable prospect. I mean, I think he's got a chance to play professional basketball for a long time, maybe overseas. Maybe he goes the G League route. We'll see. And I hope that for him. I hope it goes really well. But shit, man, you need KJ Williams to be like your fourth best player. You know what I mean? Not the guy you need to ball out every night, or you don't have a chance. And that's what they were this year, man.
I wish. I mean, that's the take. I don't have a good opinion on it, boys. I don't think about it really. We'll see. Like, I'll tune into basketball if they're good. Otherwise, my basketball bandwidth goes to the Pelicans. Ask Scone T, how big? Oh wait, no, we did that one. Okay, actually, I think we might be good to go. I mean, let me check the actual live chat. Those are all logged from way earlier in the show. Okay. Looks like Florida tied it. Maybe I'll check the old Call of Duty stream, see what's going on.
Shout out Arthur Jaramillo. Jason Young, appreciate y'all for watching on Facebook. Again, YouTube, do us a favor. Smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. Subscribe up to the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. One other favor also, please subscribe to the Hunt on Saints YouTube channel. We've got to get it to 1,000 subs to be able to monetize it.
Yep.
YouTube is going to show you ads anyway. So we would like to make money on that. And there's certain criteria you have to hit, and one of them is having 1,000 subs. So we need all of our show and the cigar cut. Yes. Oh, I'm fired up about this.
What is? Oh God. This is barrel-aged Malort.
I am fired up about this. This is the cigar cut Old Elk.
I promise you, you're not going to think it's good.
Oh, wow. The cask is secondary age. Sherry cask, Armagnac cask, port cask, cognac cask. It's a blend of those four. Amazing. All right, let's give it a go.
You give this man some Old Elk that is, he's about to freaking look at this. It's not even a cork on this cap, Wiggins. It's a goddamn plastic screw top.
All right. All right, here we go. It's very light on the nose. I'm surprised by that.
Let me see.
Which,
Let me
are
see
you
if
doing
this is. No, I'm not. I got the barrel-aged Malort.
Which one do you need? The cigar cut?
I got the barrel-aged Malort. This is the same
that's that
shitty
bullshit they fed you
Chicago
last
liquor
week?
last week that I had, but Wiggins is saying that this one is barrel-aged. So do not be turned off by its plastic screw top. It is going to be better.
So nose, light, earthy, grainy, dirt.
Nose, the opposite of light. I just had a fucking trimmer roll through my
Light.
body.
Here we go.
Socky, toe jammy.
It's got legs. That's good.
No legs in this bitch. A little bit of legs in this. What's up, girl?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, there you go.
You can see the sort of the lightness there. Some purples and reds. That's some of the sherry cask finish, I would imagine. Should get sherry on this. Oh, wow.
How's yours?
Oak, leather, tobacco, really, 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 really stout on the palate. Very good.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Long finish. It dries out on the finish, but it's what are you doing?
That is so
I'm trying to enjoy this.
fucking bad.
You
Not
wanna
the old
try
elk.
this?
Yes. This is, I mean, it tastes like how I imagine like mildewed carpet would. If you would make it. Did you taste that?
This is much better.
Bro, it's fucking maybe like a little smoother in the burn, but it is awful.
Okay.
Get out of here. I want to drink your fine old elk, not whatever the fuck you're trying to feed me. Okay, I do want a delicious mezcal. Never mind. I apologize.
Well, I want you to try this first. This is what we're
Okay.
sipping right here.
Let me
this
like
is the cigar cut.
clear my palate with a bite of taco or something. I gotta get that Malort out of
Don't
my.
do the taco. Just do maybe the
Like
the
an
shell.
onion?
Or no, just the shell. Like get a little piece of the
Like, what are you
tortilla.
like-
No, not the.
Right here. Let me get a little piece of tortilla, and I'm gonna wipe my tongue. Wipe it. I gotta clean the palate, you know.
We'll get some water. All right, so get the nose. Pretty light. You don't get any ethanol, but you don't get much of anything. Open your mouth when you sniff.
I remember that.
Yeah. You notice it's just not very pungent. You don't get much on the nose, which is interesting because the mouthfeel and the palate is very, very full and bold, but the nose just isn't.
I feel like I'm getting. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little tingling.
Down the chute. Yeah, don't switch it around.
Okay.
You do that with wine, not with whiskey. Because the alcohol will burn your mouth.
Wow.
It's like swishing a mouthwash. It will,
I mean, that is I really. It's almost like I'm a big fan of perspective.
Do you feel how you're still getting the Kentucky hug?
Yeah.
So that's your finish, right? So the longer that goes, that's a nice, bold, full finish. It doesn't dissipate quickly. It means it's complex, and you should be getting more and more of the aromas and more of the flavors continuing to open up.
I'm a big fan. I am getting that. You know, it's still going on. It's in my chest. It's coming back up to my mouth. It's definitely sitting on my tongue. But I'm a big fan of perspective, right? Like, the whole we are greasing, right? You can't appreciate the light without the darkness. I don't know if you could have made this, like, it was already going to be great, but after drinking this fucking Malort and going straight into that, like, that really makes you appreciate. That is a fucking glow up, dude. That is a clean glow up. Yeah, Malort tastes like the floor of Chuck E. Cheese, Cortland. You're exactly right. Good job.
All right, I'm gonna post the Hunt on Saints channel there. If you would just subscribe to just hit the subscribe button to the Hunt on Saints channel. Got to get to 1,000. Got to get to 1,000 subs.
all of our stuff.
If you want T-Bob to go to Omaha, we got to pay for it. So we got to get Hunt on Saints to 1,000 subs, bro. Have you seen what the Otter's doing on Otter Locks?
No, what's going on? He's on fire?
No, I think he's gotten one pick right in like the last 4 days.
So he's still on mathematical fire then, though.
Oh my God! Yes, he is burning to the ground. It's not good. He literally was like, "I'm changing pitches. I'm giving you a college baseball play." He gave us Clemson against Virginia Tech in the ACC tournament. First time he's ever given us a play.
Wait, but what happened?
Don't know.
Okay. Otter's back, baby.